You're buying from an Iowa company that employs Iowa people. It's a U.S. manufacturer. It's owned by American citizens. So you're keeping the money in the country.
A NAPCO makes a top of the line trash can liner. Waverly Plastics began on April 1st, 1990. It was owned by Max Guernsey. Max was an entrepreneur and owned some other businesses in the Cedar Valley, in Waverly and also Cedar Falls, Waterloo. Waverly Plastics was family owned. Once we needed to find a home for somebody to buy Waverly Plastics, NAPCO was a perfect fit.
We're family owned. We're owned by Todd Garrett and his family. Its third generation is getting into the film and bag industry. And with that family ownership comes a commitment to family. Our employees are long-term employees. They don't come and go. They stick around because he has great benefits. When people have gotten sick with our company, instead of putting them on disability, he just pays them. And he told me once, that's just the way we roll. And we have a real commitment to quality.
Well, our owner, being in the industry, he started when he's 19 and he's 52 now. He has all kinds of connections.
He has a manufacturing background, not an accounting background. So we're production driven. You know, they want the essence of the best quality that we can do. So every case is weighed. Every bag is measured length and width. Martin Brothers put those specs in place and we follow those specs and we don't change those specs. So your customers are gonna get consistent quality in the product. We have a medical waste bag. It's a color coding system. So all of our products are federally approved to be in contact with infectious waste.
We're a make and ship organization, so we usually don't keep more than a couple weeks on hand. So when resin does go down, we get into it sooner and can react quicker.
We have two great bottom seals in our bags that are leak resistant. We have what we call the star seal, and it's nice and round and won't conform to the container. The seal sits up inside the bag, so if there's any liquid, it's resting on a solid sheet of film. And then when you go into your retail marketplace, your retail trash bags that people buy have a flat seal. And it holds about 40% more because it goes out into the corners and fills it up. And they're both very good seals. And there's actually a double seal bar to help with leaking. And on the production line, they're blowing up the bags and testing the bottom seals every few minutes.
We manufacture our bag on the rolls, the joint at the perf. It's very easy to open. So you can tear the bag apart and it opens very easily.
Our competitors will do what's called an interleaf. And what they do is they will put static electricity into the bag so that you don't have to tear it off the roll. But the problem that creates is there's so much static electricity in these bags that they're hard to open.
With our coreless roll, we keep the blades really sharp so that when you're on the roll, it will tear off easily. We're one of the few companies in the United States where we add linear low. There's two types of plastic. There's linear low and high D. We do a blend with our high D and we add about 10% linear low to give the bag added stretch. You don't find that with a lot of high D. It tends to zipper tear and fracture real easy. But with the linear low in there, we're getting good stretch. And then we have what's also called the J tear, where the product goes around the bag. So if it does get a hole, at least it's not going to zipper down and spill everything out. And with our bags, we use what's called the higher alpha olefin resins. And the higher alpha resins have better puncture resistance, tear resistance. So you can see this hexene-based bag has just incredible stretch. They can tear this open and have access to the bags. If they carry a couple sizes, they can stack them. Or some people just take their knife and they cut the sides and the top, and the box will open from the top and they can pull them from there. So it's kind of two ways to dispense.
You have certain bags that aren't up to spec. Well, that used to go to the landfill. Well, now we grind that back up, kind of a reverse manufacturing, put it back into pellet form, and we make this recycled resin. 60 million pounds a year of recycled resin that used to go to the landfill. And it's SCS Global certified, and they hold us to a very high standard. They come in and do audits at the plant quarterly. Every year we have to get re-signed up to be SCS Global certified.
Our plant actually in Dallas, we actually washed the resin a couple times because there we're buying it on the outside. So we don't know if there's any kind of metals or ink or any contaminants, so we wash it twice to clean it up. But here, since it's our own self-generated scrap, we know it's pretty clean, so it's a little shorter process. So we employ 50 people. We run this plant 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our owner has a manufacturing background, so he likes state-of-the-art equipment. So all of our equipment and all of our plants, none of it's older than probably 10 years old. We have a piece of conversion equipment goes out, we have a replacement here on site that we can put the new piece in so that we can keep production going 24/7.